John 21. Jesus also appeared to the disciples at the Sea of Tiberias in the following incident. Simon Peter and Thomas the twin, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the Zebedee brothers, and two of the other disciples were together. It was Simon's idea to go fishing, so they joined him and got into the boat and spent the night trying but caught nothing. By daybreak, Jesus was waiting for them at the shore, but they did not recognize him. Jesus asked them, "Lads, haven't you anything to eat?" They said, "Nope." Then he told them to cast the net on the right side of the boat, and they will definitely find some. So they did, and took so many fish that they were unable to haul them in. Then the disciple whom Jesus was so fond of said to Peter, "It is the Lord!" When Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he girded up his outer garment around him, since he was naked, and promptly jumped into the water. The other disciples dragged the net full of fish with a little boat. They were only about 100 yards from the shore. When they got out of the boat, they were surprised to see a coal fire with fried fish and bread on it. Jesus suggested that they also bring some of the fish they had just caught. Simon Peter joined them and pulled the net ashore. They counted 153 large fish, and the net didn't even tear. Jesus then invited them to break their fast and feast together. By now, they knew beyond doubt that it was the Lord and didn't even bother to ask him. Jesus took the bread and handed it to them, and also the fish. This was the third time Jesus appeared to the disciples since he arose from the dead. After they had their breakfast, Jesus asked Simon Peter, "Simon of Jonah, do you agape me more than any of the others?" He answered, "Surely, Lord, you see how fond I am of you." He said to him, "Show your love for me by feeding my little lambs." He asked a second time, "Simon of Jonah, do you agape me?" He answered, "Of course, Lord, you know that you are my best friend." He said, "Then shepherd my sheep." He asked a third time, "Simon of Jonah, are you very fond of me?" By now, Peter was feeling a little uncomfortable that Jesus asked a third time. "Do you dearly love me?" He answered him, "Lord, I cannot hide anything from you. You know how fond I am of you." And Jesus said to him, "Then nourish my sheep. You can mark my words. When you were younger, you could choose what you wanted to wear and move about freely wherever you wished. But there will come a time when someone else will dress you and take you where you do not want to go." He pointed prophetically to Peter's martyrdom and death by which he would glorify God. And Jesus said to him, "Follow me." Peter turned around and saw Jesus' beloved disciple following them. He was also the one who would lean against the chest of Jesus at the dinner table and asked, "Lord, who will betray you?" Peter turned around and saw Jesus' beloved disciple following them. He was also the one who would lean his chest against Jesus. Peter turned around and saw Jesus' beloved disciple following them. He was also the one who would lean against the chest of Jesus at the dinner table and asked, "Lord, who will betray you?" Seeing him, Peter asked, "Lord, what about this man?" And Jesus said to him, "If I would rather him remain while I am going, it should not concern you. Just keep close company with me." So a rumor began amongst the followers that this disciple would not die. Yet Jesus did not say that he wasn't going to die. He said, "If I wish that he remains while I am going, it should not concern you." This is the very disciple who was bearing witness to all these things in this writing. We confirm that his testimony is true. Were the vastness of the work and words of Jesus carefully detailed, the libraries of the world could not contain them.